Greetings of the day, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to the 23rd Annual Prize Day of Bombay Scottish School, Powai. On behalf of our principal, Mrs. Jane Kotian, we would like to welcome the Committee of Management of the Bombay Scottish Orphanage Society. Mr. P.M. Thampi, Chairman, Bombay Scottish Orphanage Society, Mr. Deepak Parekh, Deputy Chairman, Bombay Scottish Orphanage Society, members of the Committee of the Management of Bombay Scottish Orphanage Society, Mr. V. Ranganathan, Mr. B. M. Krishna, Mr. Verghese Thomas, Miss Vimla Phillips, Mr. Anil George, Treasurer and Administrator of Bombay Scottish Orphanage Society, Mr. S. V. Albal, and Mrs. Sunita George, Principal of Bombay Scottish School, Mahim. The Lord is great and worthy of our praise. Today, the success of our students is an important reason to praise and glorify our Lord's name. We request you to compose yourselves in a prayerful posture as our virtual choir leads us in prayer by singing the Lord's Prayer, followed by the traditional rendition of the 23rd Psalm, "The Lord's my Shepherd." welcome note. Apurva is an exemplary student leader who has made a mark in both academics and co-curricular activities throughout her years in school. Besides being a sports enthusiast, she is also a writer and a student who has always taken initiatives, committing herself wholeheartedly to any given task. I call upon Apurva Mukherjee.
Greetings to one and all present here. On behalf of the principal, staff and students of Bombay Scottish School Powai, I, Apurva Mukherjee, outgoing Vice Captain batch of 2019 to 20, am profoundly honoured for the privilege of welcoming the esteemed members of the Committee of Management, Mrs. Sunita George, Principal of Bombay Scottish School Mahim, parents, grandparents, prize winners, and the galaxy of marvels from grades 9 and 10 to the 23rd annual prize day of our school. We have all gathered here to celebrate our success and be grateful for our fortune as we look forward to a promising future. This year, we have witnessed how uncertain and challenging life may be. We have had to tread upon our own new paths. But what makes this special is that in spite of such unforeseen circumstances and challenges, we never stopped moving forward. What I have learned through this phase is that tough times never last, but tough people do. Our prize winners are tough people. They have endured setbacks and have relentlessly persevered through it all with a smile on their face and faith in God. Acclaimed life coach Rashid Ogunlaru said, "The secret of winning any prize is knowing that your own treasure and potential is equal to it and worthy of it." This couldn't be more true. Our prize winners are a true representation of everything that we stand for here at Bombay Scottish School Powai. The hard-working, articulate young people of our school are a credit for the school and an inspiration to us all. It is through such achievements that we are clearly able to see the skill, high expectation and commitment of the staff and students at the school. These prize winners are great examples of what the school hopes for from its students. Actor Dwayne Johnson said, "Success isn't overnight. It's when every day you get a little better than the day before. It all adds up." The success that we have achieved this year would not have been possible without the contribution and guidance of our beloved principal, our senior academic coordinator, academic coordinators, and all our teachers. They were like the lighthouse, guiding our struggling boats to make it through the first set of waves. I extend my gratitude to the families because it is their unconditional love, care, and support that has helped us to accomplish this feat. We are indeed blessed to have such well-wishers in our lives who recognize our worth and back our dreams and aspirations with all they have. We treasure your love and cherish your very presence in our lives. And lastly, to all the young glittering minds who are a part of today's function, you are the future, our bright tomorrow. I pray that our journey may inspire you and help you realize that no mountain is too high to climb and no challenge is too great to overcome if you believe in yourself and work hard to achieve your goal. Here's the never-failing recipe for success. Dare to dream, brave the storm, follow your heart, cherish every moment, and give it your best. I wish to leave you with inspiring words of the renowned poet Robert Frost. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made the difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Apurva. We now invite Mr. Deepak Parekh, Deputy Chairman of the Bombay Scottish Orphanage Society, to present the Chairman's address.
Dear students, it is a pleasure connecting with you virtually, although I would have much preferred to do this the traditional old school way. Unfortunately, this is our new reality. And while you youngsters relate to this new reality pretty easily, I am sure you too are now looking forward to walking the school hallways again and being back in your classrooms. Interacting with your generation always excites me, and I'm overcome by a sense of nostalgia, recalling my own student days, and although that was decades ago, certain memories are as fresh as ever. Those years in school gave me the foundation and ground training that has held me in good stead throughout my working life. Those years also gave me friends that have been with me through my journey. We have been with each other through thick and thin, and we all still remain 18 in our minds even today. I sincerely wish I was in your shoes today, at the brink of a world full of opportunities waiting to be explored. I know it is COVID time, it's pandemic time, and you may have a few months you have to still wait it out till situation improves, and I'm sure the worst is behind us. This institution has given you that strong base, and it is now your turn to make the most of this overall education and development which we have provided to you. You kids are the Gen Zs. You define your own limits. You redefine workplace. You embrace the gig economy. You crave independence. You prefer to be freelancers. You want flexibility and choose when to work and when to play, and also how much to work and how much to play. You kids process data at a much faster pace than any previous generation. Yet, your attention span is significantly lower unless you are staring at a phone screen. You Gen Zs are a highly opinionated bunch thanks to social media and are less tolerant to heavy-handed authority. And I don't mean any of these negatively. You are also strong believers in self-development. You are more philanthropic. You are more concerned about things like the environment, animal lovers and protectors, and are rightly demanding equal opportunities and workplace diversity. These inborn traits make you youngsters leaders much earlier in life, as you are naturally inclined to be more entrepreneurial, more creative, and more innovative. The only downside is that with all these traits, you need the mom and dad bank for a bit longer before you take on the mantle of being natural leaders. So as you prepare yourselves for the crucial next year, give yourself the time and space to plan. Think critically, think independently, and think intuitively, and set a goal for yourself. And all your action should aim towards achieving that goal. I would like to share a few tips that may help you prepare better for this crucial time ahead and meet your desired goals. 1. Build self-confidence. Keep a positive attitude even in adverse situations. Those who have the self-confidence will automatically assume responsibility and share credit with everyone. You often have no control over events, fast spiraling towards nosedive, and are caught in the whirlpool of negative social trends. Ones with self-confidence, self-belief will be able to see above the cloud, weigh options productively, and move on with alternate plans. It is important to know that you do not have all the controls, but you certainly have the means to ride out the rough. I'd like to share a small snippet here. I'm sure you all have heard this before, but once villagers decided to pray for rain. In a particular village, there was no rain. So the villagers decide to meet on a particular day in an open field and offer their prayers. All the people in the village gathered on that day, and only one boy came with an umbrella. That is confidence. That is what you need to instill in yourself. 2. Work in teams and trust that people will catch you. The challenges ahead can be complex, and sometimes facing them alone may seem daunting. While education is focused on personal strength and performance, it is vital to work effectively with a team and play on each other's strengths. Motivate each other, trust in each other's skills to perform better, create a force together to unleash your own potential further. This will allow you not to be restricted by your own limitations. Think of the feeling of a small baby. When you throw him or her up in the air, the baby laughs because the baby knows that you will catch him or her. That is trust. You must have trust. You must develop trust. People should trust you, and you should be able to judge whom to trust and whom not to trust. 3. Persevere. Keep at it. Keep at your aim, and you will succeed no matter how hopeless the situation may seem at that time. Your plans will work out if you just keep at them and believe in them. Each night as we go to bed, we have no assurance that we will wake up alive in the next morning. But we still have plans for tomorrow, and we look forward to them. That is hope. You must have hope. Hope is eternal. To succeed, you must have hope. For the 12th standard students, very soon you will leave this cocoon of school and home as you pursue your higher education. Some of you may move to other cities and some outside the country, but your foundation years spent in this institution will always remain as the most cherished. As you step into this new phase, holding close to your heart the Bombay Scottish Way, the Bombay Scottish Friendship, and the Bombay Scottish Mantra, some lessons will always remain constant, and you will need to recall them at various junctures in your life. It is these lessons and beliefs that I have always strived to live by, and today I'll share those with you. Lesson 1. Dare to dream. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So dream and dare to dream big. Dreaming requires courage, and it is most essential when it seems that all is going wrong. In those situations, your dreams will always come to your rescue. So dream more when you are awake. Lesson 2. Define what you stand for. Life success will only be truly measured when it is built upon a strong foundation of values. As you go along, you may be placed in situations where that foundation and those values will be tested. Your alma mater has imbibed the time-tested values of honesty, integrity, and responsibility in you. Stand firm on those, and you will never have to argue with your conscience. Values never need the sanctity of law. I repeat, values never need the sanctity of law. What is wrong will always remain wrong, period. And just because everyone is doing it does not make it right. Lesson 3. Strive for excellence. Be the best at what you can be, and challenge yourself to always do better. Raise the bar for yourself and keep achieving new heights. A gift of a well-rounded education which you have been lucky to receive in this institution is the base to question, and the curiosity to learn and know more, which will always remain a driver for bigger achievements. Also, be happy and believe in what you do. This naturally translates into excellence in performance. Lesson 4, take care of yourself. The stress that you kids face today sometimes seems unreal to me. How many likes did I get on my posts? Who commented on my photos? Why hasn't my WhatsApp beeped in the last 5 minutes? All these will seem futile once you start your careers and take on more responsibilities. Concentrate on your physical and emotional well-being from this young age itself. Invest in your health and develop your own mechanism of dealing with the demands of studies or work or even social media. Smile and laugh more. Invest in me time and spend time with people above the age of 70 and under the age of 7. You will be amazed at how much you can learn from them. Lesson 5. Never let success get to your head. As you pursue further education, as you pursue other goals and achieve merit, pause from time to time and give credit to those who made it all happen. Your parents, your teachers, the support staff at school, your guides, and finally yourself. You did not do it alone. These supporters were there to hoist you up every step of the way. Your parents have given their everything to provide you with opportunities, and your achievements are their success. You will do well to never forget that. Lesson 6. Care for others. It is said that the 4 pillars of education are learning to be, learning to know, learning to live, and learning to live with others. I urge you as a generation to whose future solidarity is vital, that you need to build a stronger society by giving to those who have not been as privileged. And if you crystal ball gaze, you will see a more sensible rhythm to the Earth's revolution. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. I once met a man who told me that life was divided into 3 25-year segments. The first segment is when you learn, the next is when you earn, and the final segment is when you return to society that nurtured you. Today, I'd like to share that I want to change that thinking. Why wait until you become grey-haired? Why not start right away? The greatest gift you can give is to show that you care to better the circumstance of one that does not have it so all well put together. All of you need love, care, support, and prayer, and our own personal way of showing that we will not accept defeat. In the face of strife, as put by Oscar Wilde, to do nothing at all is the most difficult thing of all. A kind gesture, a pat on the back, your time and energy costs nothing to you, but will mean the world to someone who needs it. In summing up, I would like to congratulate you all on your achievements. You are being prepared by an outstanding institution to deal with this deal called life. It is now in your hands how to make your alma mater, your family, and yourselves proud. The country and the world needs the Generation Zs, doers, dreamers, achievers, and believers. It is indeed your time to shine. I wish you all the success in your journey ahead. Good luck and thank you.
Thank you for those inspiring words, sir. Your insight into the mindset of Gen Z, your words of appreciation and advice will hold all of us in good stead, both in this time of pandemic and in the years to come. May I now invite our principal, Mrs. Jane Kotian, to present the annual report for the year 2019-2020.
Ladies and gentlemen, and my dear students, it is on behalf of the Committee of Management of the Bombay Scottish Orphanage Society that I am delighted to present to you the 23rd Annual Report for the academic year 2019-2020. The school, established in June 1997, has completed 23 years. Today, we are deeply grateful to the Almighty for His divine assistance, especially in the last academic year. I am indebted to the constant guidance and support of the Committee of Management of the Bombay Scottish Orphanage Society. I would like to place on record my appreciation of the Senior Academic Coordinator, Ms. Esther Selvaraj, for her untiring effort and cooperation, the consistent and constant supervision of the academic coordinators, Ms. Monica David, Ms. Harpreet Kaur, Ms. Mitwa Chakravarti, and Ms. Tina Quadras, the sincere effort of the staff, the passion of the students, and the unstinted cooperation of the parents. The new academic year began on 3rd June 2019 with a prayer service followed by the staff seminar. A presentation on the curriculum of each class was made to the parents of grades Senior KG to grade 9 on 6th June and for grade 10 on 7th June 2019. School commenced for all grades on the 7th of June. The students of Junior KG joined school on 14th June 2019 and an orientation was conducted for their parents on the same day. To augment the teaching staff, Ms. Neha Tiwari, Ms. Neelam Mishra, Ms. Reema Shah, Ms. Janelle Pereira, Ms. Harpreet Gitta, and Ms. Sharon Fernandez were appointed in place of the vacancies that appeared for the academic year 2019-2020. And I am very confident that these staff members too will dedicate themselves to help students placed in their care to achieve academic excellence while upholding the traditions and the values of the school. At the end of the academic year, we bid farewell to Ms. Indu Bansal, who retired from the school. The student strength at the end of 2019-20 stood at 1,519 and the demand for admissions continues unabated. The academic year 2019-20 has been a fruitful one. The students have been performing well throughout. A total of 118 students appeared for the ICSE examination, which was held from 27th Feb to 16th March 2020. The ICSE results were declared on 10th July 2020. And I'm proud to say that Aditya Abhishek Agrawal ranked first. Coming in at a very close second was Aiden Korea, followed by Ayushman, who ranked third. The school anniversary. The school celebrated its 22nd anniversary on 21st June 2019. The day began with a prayer service for the students of grades 1 to 10, and an art competition was also organized, and this was followed by a fun-filled day of playing board games, watching interesting movies, documentaries, and of course, puppet show for the pre-primary section. The investiture ceremony took place on the school's anniversary, saw the student council and prefects being formally invested into their respective roles. The ceremony was attended by the parents of the student council members as well as the students of grades 8, 9 and 10. Annual Prize Day. The school's 22nd Annual Prize Day for the senior section was held on 25th June 2019 at the Renaissance Convention Center, Powai. Mr. V. Thomas, member of the Committee of Management, Mr. S. V. Albal, Administrator and Treasurer, Ms. Louisa Middlecourt, Honorary Secretary, Ms. Sunita George, Principal at Bombay Scottish Mahim, graced the occasion with their presence. The program began with the Lord's Prayer and the traditional rendition of the 20th Psalm. The chairman's address was given by Mr. Verghese Thomas, while the principal presented the annual report. The chief guest, Dr. K. Narayanan, Professor of the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences at IIT Bombay, emphasized on the importance of maintaining a balance between social media and personal life. After releasing the school magazine The Tartan, he also graciously felicitated all the prize winners from grade 6 to 10. The annual sports meet. The sports meet for the pre-primary section and grades 1 and 2 was held on 29th January 2020, and for grades 3 to 5 was held on 30th January at the BMC grounds adjacent to the school. The program commenced with the Guard of Honor, followed by the march past executed to perfection by squads of students from grades 4 and 5, accompanied by the school band. The drill was performed most meticulously by the students of grades 1, 2 and 3, and this was followed by the impeccable pyramid formation by the students of grades 5. The students enthusiastically participated in the flat races as well as the theme races, which were based on PEC activities, and they were all awarded medals for their presentation. The annual athletic meet for seniors was held on 14th November 2019 at the R.A. Bhaskar ground. The chief guest, Brigadier Ashutosh Sirothia, shared a few words of wisdom with the students, and he then proceeded to light the Scottish cauldron with the torch handed over to him by some of our student achievers in the field of sports, namely Apeksha Fernandez, Saloni Dey, Keval Kirpekar, Aryan Patil, Dhruv Narayan and Disha Kartari. The audience was spellbound by the march past presented by the 4 houses comprising students from grades 8, 9 and 10. And this was followed by grade 8 students demonstrating their resilience and strength through various pyramid formations. The colorful and rhythmic PT display presented by the students of grades 6 and 7 saw them using a wooden stick as a prop, and this was set to live music played by our budding musicians from the same grade. The ensuing races were enjoyed by one and all. The relay and the tug-of-war events were the highlights of the day, and parents eagerly participated in the races organized for them. The annual concert was held at Shanmukananda Auditorium on 17th December 2019, and grades 1 to 10 participated in the show. The event was attended by the members of the Committee of Management, and the program commenced with the customary lighting of the lamp and a prayer. The Bethlehemian Rhapsody presented by the 70-member school choir, followed by a Christmas recital by the students of grade 1, left the audience spellbound. The students of grade 2 put up a retro performance as a tribute to the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley and ABBA. The theme for the concert was Invictus, the Unconquerable. Students of grades 3 to 10 put up a sensational presentation through dance, drama, choral recitation, videos and music on the every man's journey of life. It focused on the conflict between good and evil that runs through the heart of every individual. A departure from the regular was a Greek chorus that helped weave the story together. The powerful choral recitation based on Maya Angelou's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, the Kathak performance perfected to the T, and the theatrical presentation in mime were some of the many highlights of the day. students brace the trail with thoughtful topics for their Lensid presentations, and they cover diverse topics such as Rosa Parks standing up by sitting down, India against corruption, the story of Anna Hazare, are we skilled or schooled? The climate is changing, so why aren't we? Global Scholars is an international digital exchange program for the students of grade 7 operated by Global Cities Incorporated. And through the 2019-2020 curriculum Nature and Our Cities, our students investigated the impacts of urbanization and developed solutions that improve the lives of people in cities while protecting the natural environment and the biodiversity worldwide. Both Independence and Republic Day was celebrated by hoisting the national flag and conducting a prayer service. The cultural program that followed enthralled the audience, evoking patriotic fervour in one and all present there. The 7th edition of the Scottish Model United Nations Conference, ESMA, was held on 28th and 29th August 2019 for both schools at Powai and Mahi. The committees for the conference were the Historic Security Council, United Nations Human Rights Council, and the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. The alumni were invited to be chairpersons of the various committees. The deputy chairpersons and moderators were selected among the best of the orators from grades 9 and 10. Teachers' Day. The celebration began with an assembly for both junior and senior school students. The student council members of grade 10 led the school in prayer, and representatives of each class presented the principal and the senior academic coordinator a handmade card each. The student council members also presented each teacher with a personalized handmade memento. It is their love for us on this day that makes our vacation worthwhile. A lunch was hosted for the teachers by the management at Global Fusion. Children's Day was celebrated on 15th November 2019 for all students from grades pre-primary to 9. Expressions, which entered its 4th year since inception, saw each child taking part in 2 competitions of their choice, some of which was judged by a guest jury. On the 28th January 2020, the outgoing student council members handed over the charge of their responsibilities to the newly elected student council of 2020-21. The chosen elect were as follows: School Captain Dia Desin Arakil, School Vice Captain Sanjana Pillai and Samarpana Panda, Sports Captains Joshua D'Souza and Apeksha Fernandez. The valedictory service and farewell for ICSE 2020 was held on 31st January. The theme for the farewell was Gems. The highlight of the evening was the much-awaited BSS Lad and Lass competition, which was won by Anirudh Sen-Gupta and Janvi Srivastava respectively. Students enjoyed an evening full of fun, music, games and of course dance. And at the end, they received a memento from the school and were bid farewell by their teachers. Founders' Day was celebrated on 15th February 2020. The vision and vital contribution of the founders of the school in making quality education a priority for all was remembered. Students became teachers for their parents as they presented activities that were conducted in their classes through the year. These activities were presented in the form of PowerPoint presentations, role plays, experiments, games, creative writing, and models. In the Times School Survey of 2019, Bombay Scottish School Powai ranked 3rd among other top schools in the city teaching the national curriculum. In the Education World Mumbai School Rankings 2018-19, our school ranked 4th in the Mumbai East Zone for co-ed day schools. In the Hindustan Times C4 survey of 2019, our school was ranked 6th among the top 10 schools in the city. Parent-Teacher Association. The first general body meeting of the PTA was held on 5th July 2019 and it was attended by Mr. S.V. Alban, the Principal, the Senior Academic Coordinator, Academic Coordinators and Parent Representatives. The various committees presented their respective reports for the year 2018-19. The names of the new office bearers were announced. A special PTA General Body meeting was held on 18th October 2019 to seek approval to register the PTA. A General Body meeting was held on the 29th of January 2020 to discuss school fee related matters. Parent-teacher meetings were marked with an overwhelming response of the parents. Looking forward to progress in the various fields and to enrich our school further by our motto, Perseverantia et Fide in Deo, meaning perseverance and faith in God, I would like to conclude this report. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. The school magazine, Tartan, is a vivid record of the school's many activities in words and pictures. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the 21st edition of the Tartan for the year 2019 to 2020. Moment where we felicitate our prize winners who have persistently worked hard to achieve this feat. We begin with the spelling bee winners of grades 1 to 8. In the era of autocorrect, these are our very own spelling champs. Grade 1, Ryan Chiriyankan Bhatt. Grade 2, Niyati Gupta. Grade 3, Alia Dominic Patra. Grade 4, Jashit Naram. Grade 5, Ashwin Pattabhiraman. Grade 6, Prisha Singh. Grade 7, Pulak Banerjee Haldia. Grade 8, Rajvini Rawat. We now move on to the budding mathematicians at Scottish. Here are the winners of the Math Wizard competition from grades 1 to 8. Grade 1, Aryan Singh. Grade 2, Niyati Gupta. Grade 3, Joshua Joseph. Grade 4, Shivesh Likha. Grade 5, Snehal Mishra. Grade 6, Riya Thaukar. Grade 7, Pulak Banerjee Haldia. Grade 8, Pranav Arun. It is rightly said that a goal without a plan is just a wish. On this occasion, we give recognition to the skillful planning and execution by the students of grade 9. General proficiency first, Hindi first, social studies first, mathematics first,
Economics first, English second, Computer Applications second, Varun Gogoi. General Proficiency second, Hindi second, Social Studies third, Divya Kumar. General Proficiency third, Science first, Social Studies second, Computer Applications second, Divya Tulapurkar. General Proficiency fourth, English first, Commercial Applications first, Raina Amir Syed. General Proficiency fifth, Computer Applications first, Mathematics third, Science third, Tanay Jain. General Proficiency sixth, Science second, Computer Applications second, Rajat Agrawal. General Proficiency seventh, English third, Samar Sharma. Success is a concoction of hard work, perseverance, sacrifice and learning. Our prize winners have rightly proved so. General Proficiency 8th, Shreya Saha. General Proficiency 9th, Commercial Applications 2nd, Tanvi Nityanand Bangale. General Proficiency 10th, Physical Education 3rd, Evan Rennie. Environmental Science 1st, Nivedita Naomi Das. Economic Applications 1st, Kenpreet Singh. Technical Drawing Applications 1st, Tarun Patil. Physical Education 1st, Apeksha Fernandez, a student power excellence, has represented India at the 13th South Asian Games Asian Age Group Championship, created 3 national records and was declared the best national swimmer for girls under 14 category. Our prize winners have proved that the will to succeed and the urge to reach one's full potential are the keys to excellence. Home Science first, Hazel Ratna. Art first, Sheetal Prakash. Economics second, Art second, Anushka Saurabh. Economic Applications second, Hindi third, Bianca Benny D'Souza. Mathematics second, Vihan Sandeep Bomle. Environmental Science second, Siddhant Praveen Nikhari. Technical Drawing Applications second, Preksha Diwali. Physical Education second, Yatharth Singhvi. The path to success used by our achievers is ambition, and the vehicle they've arrived in is persistence. Home Science second, Nayanthara Elena Assisi. Economics third, Ruben Sharma. Environmental Science third, Riya Raghavan. Economic Applications third, Pearl Eldo. Technical Drawing Applications third, Simar Kaur Amarjeet Singh Saini. Home Science third, Elishba Thomas. Commercial Applications third, Naisa Soundvi. Art third, Anaya Nilind Gode. Spelling Bee winner, Ananya Mishra. Math Wizard winner, Sanadya Chand. Congratulations, prize winners.
Patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting. Since the pandemic unfolded extraordinary times, our ICSE batch of 2020 were able to attend only their physics, chemistry, mathematics, art, EVS, history, English language and English literature papers. Consequently, the results were tabulated based on these subjects. However, they say patience, persistence and perspiration make an unbeatable combination for success. Our ICSE batch 2020 has manifested this doctrine, making each one of them a true winner. So ladies and gentlemen, here are the prize winners of the ICSE 2020. General Proficiency first, History first with 100, Mathematics first with 100, Physics and Chemistry second, English second, Aditya Abhishek Agrawal, who is a self-motivated student and our very own mathematician. General Proficiency second, History first with 100, Mathematics first with 100, English second, Aiden Korea, a self-disciplined, hard-working student who always lends a helping hand to his peers. General Proficiency third, History first with 100, Mathematics first with 100, Physics and Chemistry second, Ayushman, who is multifaceted and gives his best to every task that he takes up. General Proficiency fourth, Shezan Parvez Working Boxwala, who is a deep thinker with a positive outlook and attitude. General Proficiency fifth, History first with 100, Balaji Ramadurai, who is a keen and enthusiastic learner. General Proficiency fifth, English first, Neil Milind Joshi, a student who has always tried to achieve above and beyond his goals. General Proficiency fifth, History first with 100, English second, Apurva Mukherjee, an impressive actor and an effective orator who has left a mark with her incredible performances. General Proficiency 8th, History first with 100, Kavya Rola, a diligent student and an active manner. General Proficiency 8th, Anshul Mitra, who has a flair for acting and has been a part of the Scottish MUN EB. General Proficiency 10th, Dhruv Narayan, our school captain, who is an articulate speaker and a persuasive debater. Developing a positive attitude and working towards the goal with strong determination has been a key trait of Scottishites. History first with 100, Mathematics first with 100, and the spelling bee winner for grade 10, Uday Tej Singh. Art first, English second, Indrani Ray. History first with 100, Anusha Sankolkar, Ananya Guha, Bhavya Nigam, Mahima Prakash Rajput, Navya Shriram, Pavitra Pataviraman, Advait Shurul Rabde, Ishan Tanu, Manav Suraj, Shaurya Goyal and Shaumik Chaudhary. They say determination plus goal setting plus concentration is equal to success, and rightly proved so by our students. Mathematics first with a perfect 100, Charlene Bansal, Alwyn Johnson, Agni Ray, Nachiket Garg, Yashraj Chatanya, Rishi Bhatt, who is also the math wizard for grade 10. Physics and Chemistry first, Janvi Srivastava. Environmental Science first, Dhriti Pujari. English second, Naina Sisodia. Environmental Science second, Anna Matthias. Art second, Sadhna Kannan. Art second, Jashank Arora. We are delighted to announce that out of the 118 students who appeared for the ICSE this year, 88 have done us proud by scoring 90% and above, keeping in mind English and Best 4. The efforts of some of them have already been acknowledged. In addition to these, we also congratulate the others who have achieved this high grade. They are as follows: Ananya Parashar, Smriti Chaturvedi, Adya Gupta, Chehel Gupta, Ritvik Chikmagalur, Sean Menezes, Diya Ujjwal, Anirudh Sengupta, Janessa Jacob, Sachi Sirola, Dyuti Milir, Kashish Mudani, Akshat Mandikar, Lakshmi Krishnan, Vartika Pataviraman, Conroy Karkada, Mark Daniel, Anugrah Sanjay, Soham Khattare, Kaustubh Gupta, Yash Khanna, Stanley Edward, Jigyasa Krishna, Akshan Shetty, Ishani Saha, Arushi Agarwal, Tanya Dinesh, Adi Agarwal, Aryan Singh, Beatrice Pareto, Vishwas Samuel, Reshwant Pillai, Hilary Kulangara, Ishan Shankar, Sahil Rao, Yuvan Raghupati, Siddhant Suri, Aryan Nambiar, Karan Nagdev, Satvik Srivastav, Bhavisha Patnaik, Ayushman Maurya, Jabjot Singh Dang, Rehan Sardana, Soham Dharankar, Arushi Chawla, Eshna Mukherjee, Kea Maladkar, Anand Panchgari, Aryan Kotwal, Joel Jacob, Aliza Mordecai, Saisha Agarwal, Vera Kotian, and Andrew Daniel. Many congratulations to each one of you who have given their best and brought in laurels to the school.
We now move on to the special prizes and trophies. We take immense pleasure to announce that the Principal's Commendation Gold Medal for the highest scorer at Bombay Scottish School Powai at the ICSE 2020 is awarded to Aditya Abhishek Agrawal. A hearty congratulations to Aditya. The George Jacob Memorial Silver Medal presented by the Committee of Management of the Bombay Scottish Orphanage Society to the runner-up at the ICSE 2020 goes to Aidan Korea. The George Jacob Memorial Scholarship for Academic Excellence in Grade 9 goes to Varun Gogoi. The Trophy for Excellence in Social Studies at the ICSE presented by the ICSE 2002 batch is being shared by 18 of our students who have scored a perfect 100 in history. Ananya Guha, Anusha Sankolkar, Apurva Mukherjee, Bhavya Nigam, Kavya Rola, Mahima Rajput, Navya Shriram, Pavitra Pattabhiraman, Aditya Agrawal, Advait Rabde, Aidan Korea, Ayushman, Ishan Amol Tannu, Manav Suraj, Balaji Ramadure, Shaurya Goel, Soumik Chaudhary, and Uday Tej Singh. Trophy for the Inter-House Music Competition Seniors presented by Mrs. Amelia L. D'Souza is won by the Blue House. The trophy for the Inter-House Academic Excellence goes to the Red House. They are also the winners of the Cock House Best All-Round Performance. Congratulations, Red House. Along with our student achievers, we are also celebrating the fact that 2 of our teaching staff members have completed 20 years of service at Bombay Scottish School, Powai. Of course, it is their sheer quality of adaptability which brings them here today. Mrs. Joanna Staines, the head of Department of History at our school, is one of those dedicated staff members that Scottish treasures. She has served as a middle school coordinator too, with immense commitment. The saying, "Work hard in silence and let success make noise," is something that defines Miss Staines. Her discipline, grace and humility is reflected in every task that is taken up by her. This is what makes her a successful teacher and mentor to her students.
At the outset, I want to thank God for the way He has led me all these years, and I'm here because of His grace. It's a great privilege and honor to be associated with this esteemed institution. It has been a fulfilling and an enriching journey of 2 decades. I joined this school in the year 2000 and have grown personally and professionally along with this institution. This wonderful institution has been a great source of learning for me. I have always been passionate about teaching, and this profession has given me an opportunity to shape, mold, and give direction to my students. It is indeed an honor to impart whatever little knowledge I have to my students. But if I have to compare that to the amount of knowledge and experience I have gained from my students, my contribution would indeed be much less. They have been a significant part of my journey. My job as a teacher would have been very dull without my colleagues. I would like to address them as my friends instead. Thank you for being so supportive. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our principal, Mrs. Kotian, for her unstinted support and encouragement, our senior academic coordinator, Mrs. Selvaraj, and all the coordinators, Mrs. David, Mrs. Kaur, Mrs. Bhattacharjee, and Mrs. Quadris, for being so cooperative and always being there to lend a helping hand. I look back with gratitude and look forward to some more exciting years. I want to thank the management and the school for their token of appreciation.
We would now like to appreciate Mrs. Neha Sharma, the head of Department of Hindi. She is a committed teacher who has served this institution with utmost dedication and love. Her confidence and positive aura is what makes her truly unique. She is an enthusiastic worker, the life of any gathering, and is always vivacious. She shares a special bond with all the students she teaches and showers everyone with her motherly care.
A very good morning to one and all present here. मैं उन सभी विद्यार्थियों का हार्दिक अभिनंदन करती हूँ जिन्होंने अपने अथक परिश्रम और लगन से अच्छे नंबर लाकर इस संस्था का तथा अपने अभिभावकों का नाम रोशन किया। 6 जून 2000 में मैं एक अध्यापिका के रूप में बॉम्बे स्कॉटिश स्कूल में आई और तब से मैं इस सम्मानित और गौरवशाली परिवार की सदस्य रही हूँ। जी हाँ, यह वही साल था जब मैंने बॉम्बे स्कॉटिश स्कूल में प्रवेश किया। 2 दशकों की यात्रा को पूरा करने और समृद्ध करने के लिए इस सम्मानित संस्थान से जुड़ना मेरे लिए एक बड़े सम्मान और सौभाग्य की बात है। इस नेक प्रोफेशन ने मुझे अपने विद्यार्थियों को सही मार्गदर्शन देने का मौका दिया। मैं उनके साथ उनकी विभिन्न पाठ्येतर गतिविधियों में भी शामिल रही, जिसके चलते मेरे ज्ञान और अनुभव में इजाफा ही हुआ। वो कहते हैं ना कि इंसान अपनी तमाम उम्र तक कुछ न कुछ सीखता ही रहता है। बिल्कुल वैसे ही कहने को तो मैं अध्यापिका हूँ, मेरा काम शिक्षित करना है, पर यकीन मानिए मैंने इन 20 वर्षों में इन बच्चों से बहुत कुछ सीखा और यह प्रक्रिया अभी तक जारी है। यह प्रतिष्ठित और अद्भुत संस्थान मेरे लिए सीखने का एक बड़ा स्रोत रहा है। मैं इस संस्था के साथ व्यक्तिगत और व्यावसायिक रूप से विकसित हुई हूँ। 20 साल की यादगार सेवा केवल यहाँ से जुड़े सभी लोगों के मानवीय रवैये और इनके ढेर सारे प्यार के कारण ही संभव थी। मेरे सभी अध्यापक मित्र तथा अन्य स्टाफ सदस्यों को उनके प्रोत्साहन और सहयोग के लिए धन्यवाद देती हूँ। Like students, This school is like a second home for me as well. मुझे यहाँ काम करने का अवसर देने के लिए मैं सर मार्क डेविड का तहे दिल से धन्यवाद करती हूँ। इतना ही नहीं, बॉम्बे स्कॉटिश स्कूल के साथ मेरे इस 20 वर्ष की यात्रा में जुड़े प्रत्येक व्यक्ति को धन्यवाद देती हूँ। हमारी प्रिंसिपल महोदया मिसेस कोटियन का धन्यवाद करती हूँ उनके द्वारा किए गए मार्गदर्शन, समर्थन और सहयोग के लिए। Senior academic coordinator Mrs. Selvaraj and all my coordinators Mrs. David, Mrs. Kaur, Mrs. Bhattacharji, Mrs. Codres, जिन्होंने समय समय पर मुझे प्रोत्साहन एंड पूरा सहयोग दिया, उनका भी मैं धन्यवाद करती हूँ। I would like to thank our management and school for their token of appreciation. And last but not the least, मेरे तमाम विद्यार्थियों को भी अपने तहे दिल से धन्यवाद देती हूँ, जिनके प्यार और सहयोग के कारण मेरा यह सफर सरल और सुगम बन गया। आप सभी छात्रों ने एक शिक्षक के रूप में मेरी वृद्धि में मदद की है। यह मेरे लिए एक अद्भुत अनुभव रहा है, जिसे मैं हमेशा के लिए संजो कर रखूंगी। धन्यवाद।
While our students make us proud through their achievements in the last academic year, our staff too brought laurels to the school. At the Progressive Teacher Conclave, Ms. Nisha Sangha received the Teaching Excellence Award 2019 for innovative teaching strategies in science by S. Chand. Ms. Sangha has been the forerunner of the Global Scholars Program at Scottish Powai and trained several students to be responsible global citizens. After rigorous rounds of written tests and panel interviews by some of the most prominent leaders in the field of education, Ms. N.S. Lakshmi Sengupta was adjudged as one of the top 10 Edu Stars of the year 2019-20 across India in economics and English literature at an event organized by the Teachers Help Teachers community. An article written by Ms. N.S. Lakshmi, published in the Teachers Plus magazine as part of their Teachers Day special issue, gives a true account of students who have inspired teachers to think out of the box. Mr. Dinesh Bangera was conferred with the Academic Excellence Award 2019 by the Rotary Club of Bombay, Powai, in recognition of his outstanding contribution to the vocation of academics. LearnStorm, a global tech-enabled competition, was a great way for teachers to help students gain skills, foster growth mindsets, and build teamwork in mathematics. Under the able guidance of Ms. Rashmi Behra, a team of 16 grade 8 students unblocked 50 levels that translated into 2,400 assignments to make it to the top 10 participating schools across India. This team was a recipient of the Keep Going, Keep Growing award. Ms. Behra won herself a Lenovo tab, whereas the students were awarded medals and certificates.
Ludwig van Beethoven was a German composer and pianist whose music ranks among the most performed of the classical repertoire. He remains one of the most admired composers in the history of Western music. We have our very own Divya Tulapurkar to perform for you the Presto alla Tedesca by Beethoven, the first movement from Sonata in G, Opus 79. classical piece, Divya. Spectacular performance. The times we live in make us question the atrocities committed against our own brethren. A song originally written by Pink questions the world about people who feel ignored and forgotten. Individuals belonging to any age group can relate to this song in different phases of their lives. So let's go ahead and listen to this beautiful rendition sung by the students of Bombay Scottish School, Powai, putting forth a sincere and deeply felt soul-searching point.
Stars, we're billions of beautiful hearts, and you sold us down the river too far. What about
When you sing from within, it brings the deepest emotions to the surface. The performance was a perfectly blended combination of the right attitude with synchronized vocals. We have now come to the end of the annual prize day for seniors. I now call upon our school captain for the year 2019-2020, Dhruv Narayan, to deliver the vote of thanks. An exemplary Scottishite, Dhruv has been the captain of the school football team, an avid munner who has helped organize MUN conferences at school. He is also a budding actor, a musician, a poet who has won various accolades. A complete all-rounder, it is a joy to invite this self-assured young man to render the vote of thanks.
The Bard of Avon, Shakespeare, once said, "O Lord that lends me life, lend me a heart replete with thankfulness." This aptly sets the tone for my discourse. On behalf of the principal, staff and students of Bombay Scottish School, Powai, I, Dhruv Narayan, outgoing captain, batch of 2019-20, take the opportunity to thank our honorable guests who have joined us today to acknowledge the outstanding achievements of our students. Even through a digital platform, your presence has inspired us to be the best version of ourselves. I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to the members of the Committee of Management of the Bombay Scottish Orphanage Society and our reputed guests for their constant succor and dedication towards our growth as much as our education, thereby nudging us onward on the path to becoming respectable and empathetic citizens of tomorrow's world. To the deserving winners, hearty congratulations. Today is a day to be cherished, a day to celebrate years of hard work and to continue being motivated to work harder still. Whilst our students have done us proud with their efforts, we must also appreciate those who have assisted them in reaching these heights. So, thank you, dear parents and grandparents, not only being with us here today, but for also always being a pillar of constant support whenever needed. And now it is time to acknowledge the contribution of the set of people to whom we will be forever indebted, our teachers. I would like to express my profound gratitude for everything that you have done for us. Even the transition from physical schooling to online classes was made so seamless and smooth that the students faced no complication whatsoever. No lesson from a textbook can ever eclipse the guidance and wisdom that you have lent us. I would like to thank the support staff of our school for making every day of our school life as comfortable as possible. To our principal, Mrs. Jane Cotier, the batch of 2020 had just 1 year under your brilliant guidance, but it was your presence as the principal which made our year special. We sincerely wish you the best as you continue to lead Bombay Scottish School, Powai to greater heights. And to all my fellow students, remember, there is more to education than just marks and grades. If you believe in yourself and follow your dreams, happiness is sure to follow. I act as the mouthpiece of the batch of 2020 when I say that Bombay Scottish School, Powai was much more than a second home to us all. Even though we tread on different paths from here on, we know that the memories of our school days will always bring the widest smiles on our faces. I hope everyone has had a memorable and delightful 23rd Annual Prize Day. As I end, I would like us all to hold strong to our school's motto, Perseverantia et Fide in Deo. With perseverance and faith in God, we can do all things. Thank you.
Thank you, Dhruv. Like the relentless spirit of a lion, we hope and pray that our students invoke and harness their personal power, embody courage and strength in overcoming difficulties in these challenging times and emerge victorious. Believe in God, believe in yourself, and believe that together we can do anything. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, kindly rise for the school song followed by the national anthem.